The German Federal Chancellery is a federal agency serving the executive office of the Chancellor, the head of the German federal government. Currently Angela Merkel. The Chancellery's primary function is to assist the Chancellor in coordinating the activities of the federal government. The Chief of the Chancellery holds the rank of either a Secretary of State or a federal minister, currently held by Peter Altmaier.Bundeskanzleramt is also the name of the building in Berlin that houses the personal offices of the Chancellor and the Chancellery staff. Palais Schaumburg in Bonn is the secondary official seat of the German Federal Chancellery. The Berlin Chancellery is one of the largest government headquarters buildings in the world. By comparison, the new Chancellery building is 10 times the size of the White House. History. When the North German Confederation was created as a federally organized country in 1867, the constitution mentioned only the Bundeskanzler as the responsible executive organ. There was no collegial government with ministers. Federal Chancellor Otto von Bismarck in the beginning only established a Bundeskanzleramt as his office. It was the only ministry of the country until in early 1870 the Prussian Foreign Office became the North German Foreign Office. At that occasion, the Bundeskanzleramt lost some tasks to the Foreign Office. When the North German Confederation became the German Empire in 1871, the Bundeskanzleramt was renamed to Reichskanzleramt. It originally had its seat in the Radziwiłł Palace, originally built by Prince Anthony Radziwiłł on Wilhelmstrasse 77 in Berlin. More and more imperial offices were separated from the Reichskanzleramt, e.g., the Reichsjustizsamt in 1877. What remained of the Reichskanzleramt became in 1879 the Reichsamt des Innen. In 1878 Imperial Chancellor Bismarck created a new office for the Chancellor's affairs, the Reichskanzlei. It kept its name over the years, also in the Republic since 1919. In 1938–39, the building Neue Reichskanzlei, designed by Albert Speer, was built. Its main entrance was located at Vossstrasse 6, while the building occupied the entire northern side of the street. It was damaged during World War II and later demolished by Soviet occupation forces. A couple of years after the war, in 1949, the Federal Republic was created. The capital became Bonn. Federal Chancellor Konrad Adenauer used the Museum Koenig for the first 2 months and then moved the Bundeskanzleramt into Palais Schaumburg until a new Chancellery building was completed in 1976. The then new West German Chancellery building was a black structure completed in the international style, in an unassuming example of modernism. A separate building, Kanzlerbungalow, served as private residence of the Chancellor and his family 1964–1999. Nearly 10 years after German reunification in 1990, in the summer of 1999, most of the German government moved to Berlin. The Chancellery was temporarily housed in the former GDR State Council building as the new Chancellery building was not yet finished at the time. Berlin 2001, the new Chancellery building. The current Chancellery building was designed by Charlotte Frank and Axel Schultes and was built by a joint venture of Royal BAM Group's subsidiary, Weiss&Amp, Freytag and the Spanish Acciona from concrete and glass in an essentially postmodern style. Though some elements of modernist style are evident, the design went through 3 versions between 1995 and 1997. Occupying 12,000 square meters. It is also the largest government headquarters building in the world. By comparison, the new Chancellery building is 10 times the size of the White House. A semi-official Chancellor apartment is located on the top floor of the building. The 200-square-meter 2-room flat has thus far only been occupied by Gerhard Schröder. Current Chancellor Angela Merkel prefers prefers to live in her private apartment in Berlin. Because of its distinctive but controversial architecture, journalists, tourist guides and summer locals refer to the buildings as Colosseum, Bundeswaschmaschine, or Elefantenklo. Visitors' access for the general public is only possible on particular days during the year. Since 1999, the German government has welcomed the general public for one weekend per year to visit its buildings, usually in August. Heads of the Chancellery, chiefs of the Chancellery attend cabinet meetings. They may also sit as members of the cabinet if they are also given the position of Minister for Special Affairs. They are often called Kanzleramtsminister. Walter Hallstein, 1950–1951. Otto Lenz, 1951–1953. Hans Globke, 1953–1963. Ludger Westrick, 1963–1966. Werner Knieper, 1966–1967. Karl Carstens, 1967–1969. Horst Emke, 1969–1972. Horst Graber, 1972–1974. Manfred Schuler, 1974–1980. Manfred Lahnstein, 1980–1982. Gerhard Konau, 1982. Waldemar Schreckenberger, 1982–1984. Wolfgang Schabel, 1984–1989. Rudolf Seiters, 1989–1991. Friedrich Boll, 1991–1998. Bodo Hombach, 1998–1999. Frank Walter Steinmeier, 1999–2005. Thomas de Maizière, 2005–2009. Ronald Pofalla, 2009–2013.